In this part of the audit, the auditor is following an audit trail to verify an effective process for the management of non-conforming product. Watch this video to determine if the auditor is using effective auditing techniques.
Right, AJ, so we're in the non-conforming product area now.
That's right.
Okay, and it looks like we've got some live examples here that have just come in.
Yes, that's correct.
Can you just talk me through what you're going to do with these then,
So
please?
what we do is any component that's deemed not meeting our quality standard is marked up with the information about what the defect is. So you've got a defect code in there.
Okay.
And also it's marked up by who rejected it and also the part number. So all the data can be recorded.
Okay.
And if there's any need for any future training, we can see who rejected it and why.
Okay. And when you say recorded, is there a system that you're recording the information onto?
On a regular basis, we've got 3 times a week, the quarantine cage is taken away and then all the parts that have been rejected are reviewed and then each information is recorded for an analysis.
Right, okay. And how are we disposing of non-conforming products?
If it's a lamp, we make sure it's destroyed before it's disposed of. If it's a component, because it can't be used by any other company, we just get rid of them as they are.
Okay.
So it's all collected by an external company.
Okay, and do we do any rework at all?
Due to the nature of the lamps that we build, we can't rework anything, and that's part of our policy, and nothing is reworked.
Right, okay, that's great. Okay, well, we'll follow up on the disposal aspects a little bit later.
No problem.
Okay, but thank you for your time.
Okay.
So let's summarize. In auditing production, auditors should verify the organization management of any non-conforming or suspect product. In this audit, it was evident that the organization had been striving to improve this process for the coding of any non-conforming product to facilitate better analysis and to drive focused problem solving to reduce waste. Once the auditor had collected the information on non-conforming product identification and control, audit trails can then be followed to investigate the analysis of this data and the improvements being made to the process to reduce non-conforming product. An important requirement in IATF 16949 relates to how non-conforming product is disposed of, namely IATF requirement 8.7.1.7, control of non-conforming product disposition. The organization shall have a documented process for disposition of non-conforming product, not subject to rework or repair. For product not meeting requirements, the organization shall verify that the product to be scrapped is rendered unusable prior to disposal. Now, in this organization, they had elected to use an outsourced provider to help with this disposal. If we make reference to frequently asked question 11 for IATF 16949, the question that was asked states, can the organization use a service provider to render the product unusable? And the IATF answer to this question was yes. It is acceptable to contract the process of rendering the product unusable to a service provider. If a service provider is used, the organization needs to approve and periodically verify how the supplier is rendering the product unusable. What was done to meet this requirement should be followed up by the auditor. For example, have the organization been out and done any form of an audit of the outsourced provider? So let's summarize the key learning points. When auditing production, auditors should verify the effective management and control of any non-conforming product, including the analysis of data and evidence of actions been taken to reduce the occurrence of non-conforming product. Doing any audit, auditors should refer to the latest IATF 16949 sanctioned interpretations or frequently asked questions, sometimes shortened to SIs and FAQs. When auditing an organization who elects to outsource the disposition of non-conforming product, the auditor should verify how this is being managed and controlled, taking into account the guidance that is given in frequently asked question 11.